me today, for listening to my story. I'm a mother of teenage boys. I have a very demanding job with corporate travel. I have been a military wife for 24 plus years. My husband went to Iraq, survived, and yes, I've been expected to be strong. And I think I've lived up to that for the most part. But nothing prepared me for how strong I needed to be on September 12, 2006. On that day, I lost my only sister. She was murdered in her own home, a victim of domestic violence. Maybe you can imagine what a horrible impact that had on our family, but more so on her 10-year-old son, Andrew. And it's also a terrible experience to try and recover from, even more so when you're all of a sudden thrust in a whole new world, a world you don't understand, the criminal justice world. Over a year later, we finally put the person who murdered my sister behind bars. 33 years, no parole. When I went to my first arraignment, I didn't even know what an arraignment was. New vocabulary, words, due process, the role of the public defender versus the district attorney, restitution. These were new words, new things I knew nothing about. And with every step in the legal process, one delay after another, which was extremely frustrating because in my mind, the guy had already confessed, so what is the holdup? A year later, and after sentencing, I was really still in a dark place. I was irritable, I was cranky, I was yelling at strangers, at my kids. I was basically really hard to live with. And so I finally went to see my doctor, who diagnosed me with a form of PTSD. And I'm happy to say to you now today that 6 years later, I am in a much better place. But most importantly, Andrew's doing really well. So the question is, what got me to this place, to this happy place, or happier place? Victim Witness Services. They sent me to a great counselor. They helped me secure funding for my sister's funeral. They gave me a presence in court, protection. They explained the legal process. They were there for me. When I was finally put in touch with Victim Witness Assistance, I felt like the victim justice system was finally falling into place. Because up until now, I had felt like the criminal justice system was just that, justice for the criminal. But what about the victim? Now I want to be one of those people that help people in court. We need to sustain and keep the services that are in place right now, but we also need to expand on them, and we need to improve on them. So I decided to go back to school. I'm almost done with my bachelor's degree with a double major in criminal and social justice and social science. I teach a victim awareness class. I teach victim awareness classes to minors on probation. I'm on an internship right now with Santa Clara County Juvenile Probation Victim Services. But most importantly, I plan to take my passion for victim advocacy on a full-time basis and professionally. What I want to say to all of you here today, all of you, is this. Any one of you can be a victim of a crime. And if you are, we want to make sure that these services are in place for all of you. With Victim Witness Services, we can not only have justice for the defender, but we can also have justice for the victim. So I want to thank all of you here today, all of you, for your support of Silicon Valley Faces. Trust me and take it from me, they're doing a fantastic job. Thank you so much.
Thank you, William. Thank you, Lauretta. Did I tell you all, this is a feel-good luncheon, and Silicon Valley Faces is the most unique organization that does so much good for so many people in Silicon Valley.